parallel lines and transversals. After watching this video, I will be able to identify the relationship between two lines and two planes. Parallel lines are coplanar lines that do not intersect. And we can say that two lines are parallel by using the symbol of two lines parallel facing up and down vertically. And we can also use arrows to indicate that lines are parallel. So we can have two lines and have an arrow to say these are parallel lines. Skew lines are lines that do not intersect and are not coplanar. So an example of skew lines is on the right. Parallel planes are planes that do not intersect. For example, planes A and B are parallel. So plane A is basically an entire, think of a sheet of paper on top, and then plane B is another sheet of paper, and they'll never intersect. So those would be considered parallel planes. So we have a lot of different types of lines that are very important in geometry, so we're going to break it down. We have parallel lines, which stay the same distance apart and never cross. They never intersect. So that would be parallel lines. Then we have intersecting lines, which are basically two pairs of lines that intersect at one specific point, and there's an intersection. Then we have perpendicular lines, which are two lines that intersect, but when they intersect, they form four right angles. So that's a special type of intersecting lines called perpendicular lines. And then we have skew lines, which are lines completely on different planes and will never intersect. So it's like drawing a line on one piece of paper and drawing on a line on another piece of paper. Because they're on completely different pieces of paper, they will never intersect with each other. So a very important thing in geometry is when we are given a picture or a diagram, we cannot just assume certain pieces of information. We have to be actually told the information, or we have to have some notation or some type of drawing to say, hey, yeah, this is true. So for example, in the image below, we have line AB and line CD. We cannot assume these lines are parallel unless we are told, hey, AB is parallel to CD, or if you have a notation on your diagram with two arrows saying, yep, these two lines are parallel. So if I'm given a notation or I'm told lines are parallel, then I can safely use the idea of parallel lines. So another special relationship we're going to see is we're going to deal a lot with parallel lines. And in these parallel lines, we're going to have something called a transversal. So if my lines A and B, line AB and CD are parallel, I'm going to draw the little arrow. Then if I have another line that cuts through the parallel lines, like my blue line, that blue line will be called a transversal because it's cutting through the parallel lines. And we're going to see in the next video that there are special angles that are formed in between all of these 8 angles. So all of these angles that I am highlighting in green, we're going to have special names and special relationships.